Skibidi bop bop a doobity boo. I'm back and I'm talking to you. DRC, that is me. And this is the PAE, the podcast about everything. Screw up. That's a working intro. That's a working intro. I don't think we're gonna keep that one around. But this is a podcast about everything. I'm Dante. That is Jerry. She's going to be quiet because she loves me so. That got her. that got her. Just throw love in there. just throw love in there, and it works. She's gonna make me some bacon because she loves me.
Nah.
Whatever.
It's not that deep. Make me some bacon though.
And I asked her to be quiet, but she wants to be part of the podcast. I know she does. You want to say hi? Go ahead and say hi.
Hi, y'all.
Jeez. Okay, we're done now. So, first thing I'd like to talk about on my podcast about everything is this baller ass shit right here. Take a listen. This shit was so live. Saka 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 ga 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 jada say kun 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 kun. I mean, this entire thing, this is only a 2-minute clip of the show, but I mean, I tell you, what an ending. That might have been one of the greatest Dragon Ball episodes I've ever seen. The other ones, Goku finally turning Super Saiyan, Gohan finally bossing the hell up and really putting hands on Cell, and then I guess Boo was good. I didn't enjoy Boo as much as everybody else did. I don't think, because that one should have been another Gohan comes in, saves the day, makes some baller stuff happen. Because let's face it, after Cell, they kind of turned him into a wimp. But he never really wanted to fight. I get all that. He never really wanted to fight. He never really wanted to be this green. When he came in there that one time and he was like, Boo was like, what do you expect to do with me? You expect to beat me? And Gohan was like, nah, nigga, I'm about to kill your ass. That was pretty cool. But we never built on that. I expected him to get a new form in this joint. Vegeta got one. Goku got one. Kale got one. Caulifla got one. I forget the little kid's name. The little kid who looks like little nicer Vegeta. He got one. All the Saiyans got power-ups except for Gohan, which was pretty messed up. Wait, what's up? Nothing? You looking over here like...
Because I saw you looking at me out the corner of your eye.
You have anything to add about DB Super?
Mm.
Who's your favorite?
The one with the yellow hair.
There's like multiple yellow-haired people.
The main one with the yellow hair.
What's his name?
Goku?
There you go.
Was that right?
Yeah.
Who's the one with the dark hair then?
All of them have dark hair, but then their hair changes depending on their power.
Black hair.
They all have black hair. Gohan has black hair.
So they all have black hair and they all have blonde hair.
When they power up, they get blonde hair.
But
When they go Super Saiyan, they get blonde hair.
okay.
Explaining Dragon Ball to her is like her explaining what, I don't know, makeup lashes.
Makeup lashes?
What makeup lashes are.
Makeup lashes.
Put your makeup lashes on. Put your mascara tips.
You know what we should really talk about?
More DB Super?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. So I mean, it's the end. It's the end of the episode. You think Frieza's gonna come out and be like the hero of this joint. Like he's really good. He's really getting ready to put the boots to Jiren. And then guess what? Topo comes. He says all his, rah rah. Guess what, nigga? You strong. Be strong. And then Jiren powers up once again. Once again, he powers up, and I mean, I'm thinking to myself, how the fuck does this nigga have so much energy and stamina still left? After he took the hands from Goku, he took them from Frieza, he took a few from Vegeta, but then Vegeta got his ass whipped. But then, I mean, like, ugh, I kind of thought they were getting ready to lose because I had looked online, and you know how you try to not look at spoilers, but then you're in the comments section on shit, and people who have seen spoilers roll spoilers into the comments. I hate that. But then it said that Goku was gonna lose, which he kind of did, which Goku kind of did, but they didn't say the baller fashion in which he would lose. The tag team tandem of him and Vegeta, or him and Frieza fighting together, to me was a little bit cooler than him and Vegeta fighting together. I mean, that was because I was like Vegeta's face when he was looking at the dude who destroyed his entire planet, fighting with his greatest rival. And they were working together better and kicking Jiren's ass better than they did. Because when there was them two, Jiren was. But here's also the thing: Jiren had also just gone through a bout with Ultra Instinct Goku, and then he was depleted on his energy. So that's you kind of got to give him a little slack there. He did take out pretty much God of Destruction Topo. You know what I'm saying? He was blasting his Akais away like, shooing gnats at the barbecue. But, and let's just give a round of applause to the MVP of this tournament, my man, Android 17. Clap it up, everybody. We're clapping it up. Clapping up for Android 17. Because, I mean, there was a point in this where I'm thinking, let's say Goku and Frieza are fighting him, and Android 17 doesn't do his thing. Do they still win? You know what I'm saying? That first blast that shoots him up into the air towards the pillar, and then the little with the 3 arrow blasts. If he doesn't do that, do they still win? You know what I'm saying? Because if it came down to just them two, Goku and Frieza at the end, I don't know. Because everybody was pretty much depleted at that point. But I don't know. Could Jiren have overcome just both of them by himself? We'll never know. I'm hoping to see that after this next movie, we get to see Jiren again. We get to see Universe, Kefla and Caulifla's universe again. I'm hoping that we also get to. This is all I wanted. I wanted to see, or at least a glimpse of the fighters from the universes that didn't have to participate. That's what I wanted to see. I want to see how strong them niggas is, because if they didn't have to participate, that means their universes are stronger at a base level than Jiren's universe. And Jiren was like the strongest nigga in the tournament until Goku went Ultra Instinct. I'm very interested in seeing what that's going to be about. Plus, if we also take a look at what's up, Android 17, he wins. He's the last person. He gets the wish from the Super Dragon Balls. The Grand Priest just says, restore all the universes that were destroyed in reverse, like he's Zatanna or something. And then, all the universes come back. He said all of the universes. He didn't say the universes that were destroyed in the tournament. He said, I want to bring back all universes that were destroyed. So, if if he's smart, if Toriyama's a smart dude, he might bring back some of these dudes. Also, what universe is, because they say the new movie is going to be about the Saiyan, the first Saiyan, I guess. A, where's this dude behind that? And B, is he in the universe from Goku's? Is he in Goku's universe? Is he in a different universe? Is he in one of the? Was he destroyed by Xeno, and then now he's coming back because of Android 17's wish? There's a lot of moving parts here. It's like a watch. It's like one of those watches with the clear face, so you can see all the gears moving. All the gears moving, different pieces making different things happen. I'm just excited that it's going to keep going, pretty much. Because if they were like, this is going to be like just like the last Dragon Ball ever, what am I supposed to do now? You know what I'm saying? Like I could finish Naruto Shippuden pretty far in on that. I could start Bleach, but I've heard mixed reviews. I'm waiting for Attack on Titan to come back on. Waiting for My Hero Academia to come back on. I'm waiting for My Hero Academia to come back on in the dub. I can watch Dragon Ball Super in the sub, but I like My Hero Academia in the dub because I like All Might's voice. So I want to hear that. I want to hear that in English. But we'll see. I'm gonna film how I'm gonna film my times. I figured it out once football went off. I let's see. I spend time with the lady with Big Butt McGee over there. Spend time with my boy. You know. But I mean, just I don't. I think I've watched just that part, that 2 minute clip of Jiren fighting Goku, Frieza 17, about 50 times. Like I was watching it right before I'd go into the gym, just to get a quick little power up, just to feel strong about my life. But it's cool. There's gonna be other things to occupy my time, I suppose. But oh, and what's that? Oh, he's not coming. Just getting word that our special guest, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, not going to be here. He's running late, but it's cool. I still have Jerry here, silently appreciating everything that I'm doing right now. That's all I need. I don't need The Rock here, which is a lie. I really do wish The Rock was here. But I mean, let's see. Next thing I'd like to talk about, there's been a whole lot of stuff that's gone on this week. A whole lot of stuff, from the internet saying Leah Michelle doesn't know how to read, to Corey Feldman getting stabbed. I'm putting that in quotation marks because I haven't really read the story, but I think I've gotten this from my father. Whereas the older I go, the more skeptical I get about everything. Cause he's come out and he said, Hollywood is this cesspool. I was touched and raped or molested when I was younger, which I don't doubt, because people who get put in positions of power, I guess more often than not, take advantage of that power, which is a horrible thing to do. Yeah, but I feel like maybe I don't know. If it did happen, I hope they find whoever did it. I hope he's not lying, because this is a serious thing. This is a serious thing. All of these allegations that have been swirling out around here, they're crazy. They're just crazy, And it's sad to hear, but it's not shocking to hear. It's not shocking to hear that a person in a position of power, such as a movie executive, or a person who oversees a movie company, which I guess it would still be a movie executive, are out here flaunting their power because they know they could make or break a career. You know what I mean? It's disgusting to hear. I hope it's not a real thing. I hope it's not a real thing, but you know, it's whatever. They're also DMX back in jail for a year for, I don't know what it is this time, tax fraud, I guess. And he asked them to play Slippin' in the courtroom while he was in there, and I'm guessing that didn't work to his advantage. I guess that did not go over well with the jurors, them playing Slippin'. You know what I'm saying? It's like Boosie being in there and like, yo, can I play Set It Off real quick? Like, I'm going to jail. Can I play Set It Off so y'all know what kind of life I live? Because Boosie badass. You know what I'm saying? Mama saying, we thugging outside because we don't need cable. He's the nipples on the titty. The motor call a Hemi. He the V12 and that 760. You niggas, bitch. Okay. I'm about to go in. But it's sad. Because what happened to DMX? What happened to that guy? He was on top of the rap game, the rap pyramid, for a good long time. And then, like, something happened and just, like, I guess them drugs happened. You know what I'm saying? Fun fact, that DMX is the godfather to, I think her name is Paige, the girl from I'm sorry if you're hearing that in the background. That's my son. I'm trying to do this in the room with the door closed, but this thing is picking up really well. But DMX, he is the godfather of the girl from Everybody Hates Chris, the light skinned one. I forget what her name is, but I think her name is Paige Hurd. Fun fact for the podcast. But what happened to him? What's happening to just stuff in general in 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 Hollywood, in the famous world of everything? Because guess what? The guy from Ren and Stimpy, the guy who created Ren and Stimpy, guess what? Figured out he's diddling kids, or maybe not diddling kids, or he's grooming kids to be sex slave type people. I don't know, like R. Kelly was doing, but it's I don't know what's going on. I don't know. He's been accused of assault and harassment. Allegedly had relationships with two teenage girls, one of whom he allegedly slept with for years, according to a new story by BuzzFeed. John Crickfalusi. And then on top of that, we get to find out also this week that Dan Schneider might be doing some of this stuff. What is it in the brain, I guess, of a man to be like, I have this position, I have this power. I'm just gonna take advantage of it, see how far I can go. I'm pretty sure that's how it starts. They start off with just one little thing here or there. Like I'll do this, I'll do that, and then it gradually builds to a point where their ego and their confidence is so high that they're just like, you know what? I'm gonna go up to this young person, and I'm gonna take advantage of them. I I, I don't know, because I mean, it says they abruptly ended their partnership with him, but you know, I think we all know what that. I mean, they wouldn't have just ended it with this guy all of a sudden, because let's think iCarly, he brought us iCarly, all that, Keenan and Kel. Um, I think he did Big Fat Liar, which is you know, one of my favorite movies. But he's got allegations of abuse. He had like a temper or something like that. He was abusing these kids, which is fucking why? The kids, I don't get it. Let's see. Good Burger, I Party, Victorious, Better Off Dead, Big Fat Liar, Happy Together. Never heard of that one. Drake and Josh, Zoe 101. Like, he did so many things. Like, so many shows. Henry Danger, Sam and Cat, Game Shakers, The Amanda Show, What I Like, never heard of that one. Home Free. Like, he did so much. And then what I'm really waiting for now is, since the allegations came out against him, who's going to be the first person to step up and be like, yeah, that's true. He did it. Because there's always one. Once it starts, one person's going to come out and be like, yeah, it's true. It happened. It's a real thing. That's I don't get it. You got these shows, they're all doing good. You know what I'm saying? Why ruin it? Why even put that out there to come back to you? I swear, man, it's a terrible place, because now we have to see all of these things constantly. There's more negativity on the internet than there is positivity, and it's just a constant barrage of horrible things. You know what I'm saying? Like, the internet has ruined everything, because Dan Schneider, John Crook, whatever, Crook Fulsey, DMX, Corey Feldman, R. Kelly grooming these sex pets in his sex dungeon. It's so much all the time, every day. And then for every 5 horrible things that you see, you only see one good one. Only one good thing. You know what I mean? And you can just slander anybody on the internet. Like I mentioned earlier, they're saying Leah Michelle doesn't know how to doesn't know how to read. What? Who? Who's the person who thought that up? You know what I mean? Who's the person who was like, yeah? Who was the guy who was sitting there at their house, guy or girl, sitting there at their house, and they just said, you know what? I'm kind of bored. You know what I feel like doing? Talking some shit about Leah Michelle. But I heard some things about her too, that she's not exactly the nicest person. She wasn't exactly the nicest person. See, yet again, internet comes at you saying Leah Michelle, or was it Naya Rivera? I've heard both. I've heard things about both of them, but it says there's a rumor float around that she can't read or write, and of course, it's from the theory basically came together after three things. Interesting lines from Sorry Not Story by Naya Rivera. Of course, she didn't have to read music. She would just hear a song and then record it on Glee. Who is putting these out? Who's putting this stuff out? You know what I mean? Like, who has the time for stuff like this? To just sit down and start a new rumor. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna start. It's like on Family Guy when what was it? The Stewie thing. The Stewie special episodes where they were tied up by Stewie and they said they were just going to start a rumor about Rob Schneider. I feel like that's how it has to start. A couple people sitting in their living room drinking natty ices, and they're like, you know what? Let's start a rumor about Ice-T. Ice-T likes to have peanut butter licked from between from between his toes or something like that. That hits me on two levels because A, I'm allergic to peanut butter, and B, I don't like feet. Feet are gross, they're smelly, they're gross, they're smelly, gross. They're gross and smelly. They're just gross and smelly. Sorry. But, last thing I guess that I want to talk about today is the last thing I want to talk about today is the Howard University um debacle, I guess. That I don't know if anybody's heard about this, but there was a Howard University student who was caught along with, I guess, 5 or 6 other people for embezzling, I guess, almost $500,000 from the University of Howard. So Tyrone Hakerson, 25, from Atlanta, Georgia, he said, or someone alleged, that he received more than $400,000 in financial aid during his time as a student employee in the school's financial aid office. What? Almost $500,000? That is. And then here's a quote from him. Quote, "That is not true. I received over $200,000 for the 4 years I was an undergrad at Howard, but that wasn't just a traditional schedule. I also went to summer school and also had opportunities to study abroad. I did not receive any award that was labeled something when I was actually not entitled to it." He was not helping his case, because if you don't know, this Negro was on the gram, like, showing out to the fullest, like, to the fullest. He had on his Gucci and his Prada and his, I don't know any other brands than that. I don't know any other famous, Givenchy, Givenchy. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say it like I'm going to Paris week. Givenchy.
First of all, what's Paris Week?
Paris week?
You mean Paris Fashion Week?
That's it. People, they know, y'all know what I meant.
Okay. Also, what's wrong with saying it the way it's supposed to be pronounced? Just
Because
because you
do
think
I?
it
Am
sounds
I the king of
sweet.
England? Am I the king of England over here?
To pronounce it the way it's supposed to be pronounced, that's the name. You
Give,
can't. You.
give on shit.
It's not Givenchy.
Yeah, give. Let me go get some of my Prada and some of my Givenchy.
Givenchy.
I'm gonna say Givenchy because that's how I want to say it. That's my right as an American.
That sounds terrible. And I want you to know.
Because I mean, this man.
You should be ashamed.
Why?
How are you gonna be like, well, that doesn't sound right to me, so I'm just gonna say it the American
I'm
way.
gonna say it the way I want to say it. I'm gonna say Givenchy.
There's a name in this country for people like that.
What?
I won't say it out loud.
Go ahead and say it. Niggas?
No. The exact opposite, in fact.
Prudes?
No.
White folks? You said the opposite of niggas, so you said the opposite. So what's the opposite?
Not that you can't just be like, well, this is America, so I'm gonna say it the American way.
I'm not
It's
saying
not Givenchy is not even an American name.
I'm
It's
not
French.
saying I'm gonna say it the American way. I'm just gonna say it the way I feel like saying it, which is Givenchy.
But you said exactly that though.
Givenchy?
No, that.
It's my right to say things the way I want to say them. Okay, I'm gonna say Givenchy. If the owner of Givenchy happens to listen to this podcast and he wants to address me directly about this, hey, bruh, come see me. You know where I'm at.
Speak English,
Okay,
right?
I'm down here in Waldorf, Maryland, which isn't that far from DC. No matter what people tell you, I'm in here in Waldorf, Maryland. If I want to say Givenchy, guess what? It's Givenchy.
But you're saying it wrong, and you know you're wrong.
Why? Why is that wrong?
Because
Why is it so wrong that I want to say Givenchy instead of Givenchy?
It was the dude's name.
That don't mean nothing to me. I'm not taking away from his clothing line or makeup or fragrance, huh?
Okay, Dante.
Okay, see, that don't bother me as much as it might bother you.
Dante Chelsea.
Hey, I've heard it my entire life. People Chelsea, Cheesley, Chesky.
Chesky.
I've heard it my whole life. That stuff don't bother me. But for some reason, it bothers you a bunch when I don't say these names right.
Because it's somebody's name.
These niggas out here got millions of dollars. They ain't worried about little old me saying the name wrong.
I know, but I'm not even talking about because they're like rich people. If you know somebody's name, use it.
I'm saying it, Givenchy.
Okay.
But back to this dude. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't helping his case before I was interrupted by my paramour because, I'm saying incorrect words. But this dude's out here flexing on the gram, in his, I guess, this joint looks like $100,000 Snuffleupagus coat. If I'm being real with you, it looks like he killed and skinned Snuffleupagus and then put this joint on his back. Mink coat, designer bag. He finessed. Let's be real. This fool finessed Howard out of some money. They wouldn't have fired him if they didn't have records, they didn't have documents saying that this fool took all this money. Let's be real. The dude took the money. He came on TV One with Roland Martin and talked himself in a circle, talking about, he got this, he got that. Well, why didn't anybody else get it? How come he's the only one who got preferential treatment? Because if it was me and I send my kids to Howard and then I get a note from this fool, he actually sent out notes, emails to students asking about financial aid and was like, nah, we don't have the money. We don't have the money to finance, to finance you so that you can go to school here at Howard. Sorry. If that's me, I'm finding Tyrone Hankerson. I'm like, look, you about to return that Snuffleupagus jacket, and you about to give me some of this money. We had to scratch and save and scrimp all of these pennies and these coins to try to send my kid to get a better education. And you out here and you taking the money? There's no more money because you took the money? What, huh? You didn't get fired for nothing. You didn't get in trouble for nothing. That's like when a kid comes home and then they get in trouble by the teacher and they say, you know, it wasn't that big deal, but you got in trouble. It was still a big deal, right? It was still a big deal, right? I don't, I don't know. I just got to just the big swinging balls on this dude. Not only to, I'll say this, allegedly, in quotations, allegedly take the money, but then to be out here flexing on the gram in Twitter with all of this money that he's got. And what I also would like to know is where are the rest of these people at? Because you know, why aren't they having their feet to the fire just like this kid is? Because maybe he is the scapegoat. Maybe he's just the one that everybody wants to beat up on because he was the one dumb enough to go flex about it. You know what I'm saying? If Frank Lucas was his uncle, he would have put him in the dirt by now. He would have broke a sugar bottle over his head like he did Idris Elba. You know what I'm saying? Like what? I swear, I swear. But did he must have thought he was never going to get caught. I'm gonna embezzle this five. I'm gonna take this $500,000, and I'm never gonna get caught. That's not how it works. Old boy off here on some Catch Me If You Can, Leonardo DiCaprio type stuff. But hey, may the universe bless him in his journey. Okay. And the last thing I'd like to talk about is the clueless dummy that is Stacey Dash. She decided to run for Congress, but guess what? Now she's not running for Congress. See, the thing about Stacey Dash, I thought Stacey Dash probably thought she she was riding a wave from the whole Trump thing, Trump election, yada yada yada. Same with a lot of other of these black folks who thought, you know, I'm gonna rise to prominence under Trump because, you know what I'm saying, I said I like Trump. I was down with the cause. What was that guy, Sheriff David Clark? He thought he was gonna get a position in the government with Trump, but then as soon as Trump got his win, where's David Clark? Not doing nothing. Not doing the damn thing. Same happened to Stacey Dash. She, after much prayer, introspection, and discussions with my family, I am withdrawing my candidacy for California's 44th congressional district. I started this run with the intention to address the pressing issues in the district where I live. I hoped and remain hopeful that I can assist people living here on the national level. My goal was and remains to improve the lives of people who have been forgotten for decades by the Democratic Party. There's more. I just got to take a break because what made her think that she could do this? I just got to. Okay, At this point, I believe the overall bitterness surrounding our political process, participating in the rigors of campaigning, and holding elective office would be detrimental to the health and well-being of my family. I would never want to betray the personal and spiritual principles I believe in most, that my God and my family come first. This is just a way of her saying, I knew I'd probably get less than 1% of the vote, so I'm not gonna run. I'm not gonna run. Who is around her? Who's around her that even told her that this would be a good idea in the first place? Who told her that? Because obviously she was lied to. Obviously she was lied to. Could you imagine you're going into the voting booth and you see, okay, let me checking this off or I'm punching. I don't know how they do it because I think the last one was I just pushed a button. Let me push. Okay, go down. Stacey Dash from Clueless, the girl from Clueless. But I mean, in this day and age, after Trump won. Anybody can run at this point. Anybody can run. The Rock said he wanted to run. Why not? The whole process has been made a mockery from the last election on both sides. I'll say it. From both sides, they cheated. They cheated Bernie. Donald Trump should have never been in there anyway. there needs to be more than two parties because, I mean, unless they get it together this time, we're going to go off the cliff to idiocracy with Hector Camacho Elizondo Jr. in Congress shooting off machine guns. You know what I'm saying? Drinking Brondo, putting it on our crops because it's got what plants need, which is electrolytes. We're slowly heading towards idiocracy anyway because we've put more stock in, I guess, appearances, the appearance of fame, the appearance of intelligence, the appearance of power, rather than actually putting in the time to stuff like science and education and stuff like that. Because we're in the future. This is 2018. Do you realize back in 1980s, what they thought 2018 was going to be? They thought this would be like either a dystopian future where we're freaking living in huts and caves and the world's just like this big ass sand dune. We're riding around searching for gas, petrol, and stuff. Or we'd be this technologically advanced society where we'd be beaming stuff directly into our heads. We'd have flying cars. We'd have, cloning. All sorts of stuff. It's 2018. Where's my laser gun? Where's my hover car? Where's my jetpack? Where's my moving sidewalk? Where is it? The one thing that I want more than anything else, if anybody out there has seen The Fifth Element, the one thing I want is when they find Lilu, they've got her acquainted, she's in there and she's talking to the priest about stuff, and then she puts the thing in the microwave, she sprays some oil down, she presses the button, and then she opens it back up. Full grown ass chicken. Not like live chicken, but a full grown cooked chicken. Chicken. Good. Where is that? Where is my freaking future? Where's my future at? The only thing we keep doing is making our phones. First, the thing was we wanted to make our phones smaller. Now they're making them bigger. The Note, that joint's as big as my hand. You know what I'm saying? Making our TVs thinner. Making our laptops thinner. You know what I'm saying? Where's the real technological advancements? It's 2018. Things like, I don't know, the common cold. How is that not a thing that's been cured by now? Like, you're a baby, you get a shot, you never get the common cold again. You know what I'm saying? How have we not cured cancer? We know why we haven't cured cancer. How have we not cured a multitude of these diseases by now? They passed a budget the last week, the week before, where they put $700 billion for the military, for defense. $700 billion, dog. Can you imagine if they said we're going to put $700 billion into research and development, science, education? You know what I'm saying? Because let's say we put all this money into education, we eventually get someone who's going to take us to that next technological age. We should be in a technological age. The only technology we have is stuff that we don't really need it for. Why the hell do you need to make my TV thinner? I'm just watching TV on it. Who cares how thin it is? You know what I mean? I'm depressing myself. Because I should be out flying in space. You know what I'm saying? Where's our deep space travel? You know what I'm saying? And there could be some unobtainium out there on some freaking desolate freaking, I don't know, asteroid that we don't even know about. But you know what? We're never going to go there because we're trying to build a wall. You know what I'm saying? We need to build another aircraft carrier that we don't really need, or fund some more planes that we don't really need to fly. What for? You know what I'm saying? And then I just, honestly, the only thing I really wanted is my moving sidewalks, because I'm a lazy son of a bitch. When I go outside and you tell me I gotta walk, fuck that, dude. Where's my moving sidewalk? That's all I really want. But I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles. That's just the way the straw slurps. That's the way the butt cheeks clap. You know what I'm saying? That's the way the butt cheeks clap, So I guess, I hope you guys enjoyed episode number 2 of the podcast. That is it. That's my final thought. Jerry, you want to get anything in before I say goodbye to the people? I guess that's no. She's deep into it over there. I don't even think she can hear me. Jerry, you want to go bonefish today? Jerry, you want to go shopping? Buy anything you want. I think she hears me, but I think she's ignoring me at the same time. All right, guys. Be kind to each other and everyone else. And I'll see you next week when our special guest will be Daisy Ridley. Daisy Ridley, we're going to talk about the next Star Wars, get her thoughts on, all the backlash from The Last Jedi. So, you know what? I'll see you guys next week. Peace.